That was super quick on YouTube. Anyone, Assassin or Clowns, you see it on anything else?
Um,
Or were you guys not checking?
I got email from Beam and Twitch.
Yep. Same. Looks like we're good.
Huh. Interesting. I have to change the title on Beam, but I can do that while I talk, right? All right, people. Welcome to episode, what is this, 110 of the 4GwQPodcast. Or what is today? November 3rd. I can't even remember my days. November 3rd, 2016. Regular Thursday show. We had a few interviews going on, but now that we are back to our regularly scheduled program, we have our full cast of characters along with a special guest this week, Anchorman V2 from the Tick universe. Great guy, met at E3 all the way back in June, and we finally got him on the show at probably the best time possible, since he is the man that leads the crusade known as The Watch, I guess, on Twitter for Titanfall. So, Anchorman, welcome to our program.
Oh, thank you very much. Glad to be on finally.
Yeah, exactly. Our other cast of characters here is including making his 110th straight appearance, right? BBC
Yep.
Assassin. Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, sound loud and clear this week. Congratulations. We've got Taylor back, not at work finally. What's up, Taylor?
Hi.
And we've got, last but not least, Italian Clowns.
Yo, what's up, everybody?
Hey, what's up is we got Titanfall, we got Skyrim, we've got some Black Friday stuff going on already. It's only November 3rd. We've got some games with gold. We've got Gwent. We've got a bunch of stuff to talk about, but let's start by introducing our guest a little bit more with allowing him to give a little bit of a shout out of what he does over at Tick. So why don't you go ahead and give your spiel, Anchorman? Tell us what you do on the interwebs and what you've been up to the past few months.
All right. Hey, everybody. My name's Anchorman V2. You guys can follow me on Twitter at Anchorman V2 and Xbox and pretty much everything else in existence at the same name. So what I'm the creative director for the Inner Circle Network. I run a couple of shows. I talk to other people about how managing their shows and do a lot of marketing stuff as well. I've been with the Inner Circle since, I guess, 2015. Actually, I think E3 2013. No, not 13. 2015. It was E3 2015 is when I officially started, and I have been there for a while. Building the channel and launching the website and doing all that kind of stuff. It's been an absolute joy to do. And so what we do is we do interviews on. I actually show up on Tick Podcast, which we do our show. Sometimes, most of the time Fridays, but it's Thursday or Friday depending on the schedules. And I also am the host of Multiverse Podcast, which does Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern, and we kind of talk about a mixture of gaming, movies, comic books, stuff of that nature.
Nice.
And I've basically been doing that. I started off in late 2013, early 2014 as a primarily Xbox YouTuber. Built my channel and did that kind of stuff. Kind of turned it in, and kind of went all in with Tick. So
Nice. Well, a lot of things, but a lot of quality things. I've checked out Multiverse quite a few times, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you're the founder of that, right? They didn't have Multiverse before you.
nope, not before me. That was one of the shows I had on my channel, and we moved it over to Tick. That's kind of the last thing from my channel that existed. So
Nice. Well, it's a great show. You guys should go check it out. That's usually on Monday nights, right? That one?
yeah, Monday nights at 8 p.m.
8 p.m. Yeah, so definitely check that one out. Very cool. Tick Podcast, of course. Check that out. One of the originals. And the website URL again, Anchorman for Tick?
It's ticgn.com.
Cool. All right, so make sure you guys check out all those avenues. They've got some really great content and a lot of stuff, especially on Anchorman's personal Twitter, which is Anchorman V2, about Titanfall 2. So if you guys are big Titanfall fans, you should go follow him, especially on Twitter, for a bunch of tweets about that. Um. So yeah, before we kind of get into Titanfall, I wanted to go ahead and give a shout out about the Aaron Greenberg Xbox Go Karts fundraiser that is going on. If you guys haven't checked this out, why don't you want to go ahead and give kind of an overview of this?
Yeah, pretty much. Aaron Greenberg has been raising funds for Gamers Outreach, and what they do is they build like these what they call Xbox Go Karts for the kids in the hospital that can't get up and move around a lot. They bring these units in so the kids can play, talk to the doctors, and open up. It makes the kids feel more comfortable, and it helps the parents too because their kids comfortable and they're talking to the doctor. It just makes life easier for these kids, and it's awesome. It gets them away from the bed, like the mindset that they're stuck in the bed, but now they're playing video games, and it helps them. So yeah, so if you got any extra cash, even $1, $5, whatever, just check out Aaron Greenberg's tweets. He's always tweeting it, and it's with Gamers Outreach.
Yeah, they're almost at their goal. There, when I took the screenshot, they had about almost $6,500 in raised funds so far towards. I think their goal is around like 1,400, close to 1,400. So almost at halfway. But anything helps. So definitely go donate. We have the link here on the video version of the show. It's a shortened link, but if you want a really really long link, you can go to Aaron Greenberg's Twitter, like Clown said, and you'll find it there. But awesome cause, awesome cause. So if you guys have anything, that would be amazing. He was doing some promotional stuff where, I don't know if you guys saw this, but he was giving away some Gears of War Ultimate codes for like a $40 donation or something like that.
I saw that.
Yeah, that was pretty nice. So yeah, who knows if he's going to do that again? But I mean, you shouldn't just donate to get something in return necessarily. It's a great cause. So definitely look towards that if you have any extra cash for sure. All right, well, here we go. The meat and potatoes of this week, right? The most controversial subject on Twitter amongst this community is Titanfall 2 coming out, and especially after the last couple of months that's really plagued the release amongst a lot of people's eyes. The tech test being quote unquote too much like Call of Duty, quote unquote catered towards the PlayStation fans. You name it. Also, the whole blue disc controversy, the endorsements for the promotion of the game. Everything seems to be like PlayStation, but all the Xbox guys are going nuts. And now the game comes out, and it's pretty damn good. 90 on Metacritic so far. Doing very well amongst pretty much all the reviewers. And we've got the perfect guy on to talk about it. So I want to let him have the floor kind of to introduce why people should probably go out and grab this, even though it's been getting a lot of hate.
All right. So the issue, I don't know how to frame this exactly. The issue with Titanfall 1 was that the gameplay was stellar. I think everyone here has played Titanfall 1 at some point, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. With Titanfall 1, it's a great game. The problem it had was it didn't have enough content to keep people playing. Like you're going up in your gens, or prestiging for your Call of Duty folk. You're just going up in your gens, and there was really nothing to it. Like you weren't getting anything out of it. And it was just there weren't enough guns to keep the gameplay interesting, and so people fell off pretty quickly. And Titanfall 2 is built pretty much around that one problem. They have content out of the wazoo. Mm-hmm. There is so much stuff, you kind of get lost in it.
Mm-hmm.
There's factions now, and this is just in the multiplayer. I'm not even going to talk about this, the campaign exactly. There's factions now. There's camos for everything. Camos for guns, camos for pilots, camos for Titans, camos for the Titans guns. There's so much stuff now that they got emblems, they got banners, patches, they got all this kind of stuff, and it's fun, it's enjoyable, and there's a lot of more challenges now. Mm-hmm. There were challenges in the first game, but they're not to this level.
Right.
There's so many challenges. And so I think they solved the problem of not having enough content, and the gameplay is pretty much the same solid gameplay. And I love this game a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I've really enjoyed playing it. I've been playing it pretty much exclusively since it's come out.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't even bothered looking at anything else. But yeah, I love this game.
Sasson, I know you're probably amongst all of us probably the second biggest fan of this game. Maybe fighting Anchorman for the first biggest fan of this game. So I want to let you go next on this. So you agree with what's been said, and do you have anything else to say about the multiplayer?
I agree 100%. I mean, the game is fantastic. I mean, there's a few things I would love to change, like the map size. It seems like they're just a little bit too close. Some of the maps, everyone's just bundled up as Titans, and you can't get out because the maps are just a little bit too small. But overall, the game is what Titanfall, I feel like, 1 should have been.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But also, it feels more of a sequel, and it's like, I can't say it enough, it's really good, and if you haven't bought it, you're missing out.
Mm-hmm. And I want to, I want to kind of comment on something you just said about it being a sequel, because I remember when the tech test came out, and there was fair criticism from a few people. My fellow TXR podcast member, Maca91, said it didn't seem like it was 2.5 years of progression based on the tech test, and I happen to agree with that based on the tech test. But now that I've played the full game, and considering everything Anchorman said about all this new content, and what you've said, Assassin, about the multiplayer maps changing in their layouts and everything, I think that there is a lot of progress, even though it seems like some of the maps are too close, but the maps overall I think are pretty varied in terms of their layout. So I think that's a positive. Some people may see it as a negative, but I think it's really positive. And I think the game has made a lot of progress. I mean, not even considering the campaign, the multiplayer is vastly expanded upon, in my opinion. So Clowns is covering his microphone because I think something's going on over there. So we'll go to Taylor next, I suppose. Taylor, have you checked out Titanfall at all, or?
Not interested.
What's wrong with you?
I knew you were going to say that based on the pre-show, but I wanted to try to see if we can convince you.
Not interested. I'm not big on first-person shooters. The only one that I really will ever play is Halo. And I play that for the story. I don't go for multiplayer. Because I'm terrible at it.
But this one has Titans.
And they fall. Twice.
They fall. Oh, how about the criticism that
That
came from the tech test that said that there weren't enough Titans? Do you agree with that,
Oh,
Anchorman?
my.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember all the criticism from the game because honestly, I was in the same position you were, Taylor. With the beta, even at E3, I was like, all right, cool, Titanfall 2. Like I knew this was coming at some point, but I didn't have the hype for it. I wasn't really excited about it. The issue, what was it? When the beta came out, I was like, all right, let's see what's going on. Because I remember people said they got to play it at the EA Play thing, and I never got around to playing it. And I played it thinking they slowed it down a little bit. There's only 2 Titans to play with, and I knew there were more Titans coming. I knew that much, and I know they changed so much in that first weekend. Because in the first weekend, the biggest complaint was why is the Titan timer gone? Why is it this meter? It takes forever to get a Titan. There's only 2 Titans available. This is horrible. Why are we doing this? And all this stuff. And they took all of that criticism and they made the necessary changes that next weekend. They were like, all right, we're basically going back to the Titan timer, except it's going to look like a meter, but you're going to get a passive bonus for not doing anything anyway towards your timer.
Which was the right move, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, it encourages you to play the game.
Yeah.
Like you're going to get a Titan at some point if you just do base objectives and maybe get an assist here or there, or maybe a kill. Like you're going to get a Titan at some point if you actually play the game. And I think they that was the part that won me over, is that they listened to every complaint everyone was giving, and they said, all right, these are valid. We'll make the changes. Good to go.
Right.
And I was like, that level of response in such a short time and not having that pride factor
Right.
Like when people criticize a game or they criticize a beta or something like that, they don't know whether it seems like the developers don't really listen so much. They listen for small tweaks, but like if there's a big change, if people don't like it, they're like, well, that's part of the game. Sorry.
Right.
They can't swallow their pride and admit that they made a mistake or it wasn't the best idea.
And that's happened in the past, but it's been a little while, so people forget, that used to be common practice. Before, back in the day when that thing used to happen, people would be like, oh, we got a beta. This is cool. We're playing the game way ahead of time. It's just cool to just do that. People didn't, weren't as, in my opinion, I don't think the overall majority of people who played a beta were active in giving criticism or anything constructive. And then what would happen is it would basically serve as a server test, and then you'd get the full game, and you'd essentially play the full game. I mean, a lot like The Division, right? I mean, The Division didn't change too much from its beta, and people were just stoked enough just to play The Division. They thought that the prize of the beta, the good thing about the beta was just playing it, not, being constructively, criticizing it. But with this one, people gave the criticism first weekend, second weekend it was fixed, and people just ignored it. People just harshly criticized the tech test, even though, I mean, they must have worked very, very diligently to get those fixes done in a week. I mean, we've had developers on the show. Gaming development doesn't happen overnight, so you got to respect that, in my opinion. Gay Street in the YouTube chat says, 1 more month for these baby peoples. They're going to have a new game soon. Yeah, I know. It's true. The hate will go away, but the problem is that the game isn't selling as well as it should, and they've admitted as such, though it only has been out for, 6 days, technically?
Yeah, it's not even a full week yet. But I mean, I understand. Like when that article came out, it only been out for 2 days,
Right.
and they were judging it compared to because what happens most of the time is like as you guys have noticed, like most games it seems come out on Tuesdays.
Right.
They come out on Tuesdays and they have the whole week and the weekend to sell the game, and not very many games drop on Friday anymore. I mean, the last game that did that was like Doom.
Right.
Like, that was the last notable game that I remember that doing it.
Right.
Maybe Mafia did it too. Yeah, I think Mafia 3 did it as well.
Yeah.
Because it was dropping alongside like the early access for like Gears.
Right.
And I mean, it happens, but you don't have as much time to make the sales because by Monday the news story's already out.
Right. And then the news story comes out, and that even trickles down further to making the sales not go as well because people think it's not selling well for a reason.
Dead.
Yeah. Right. Anyway, Clowns, you're back now. You want to give your opinion on the Titanfall multiplayer? I know you were once alongside Taylor's hating it, and now I think you're on the hype train.
Yeah, I gotta say, like after giving the game a chance, it's actually pretty good. I actually like it a lot more that the matches go quicker because you don't feel like it's drawn out. And if you're good, you'll help finish it faster, like Assassin and I do. Like we end these matches really quickly, and we kill between the both of us at least 8-9 Titans a match.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's just awesome. And the single player campaign has mechanics that I've never seen before. Like the time warp stuff was really cool, and the assembling line it blew my mind the way that was done.
Oh my god!
So
that would mess me up.
Yeah, I mean, it was just so good the way they designed it, man. And like, I haven't seen anything like that in a long time, that creative. So I really think they tried for the fans, and it's a shame that it didn't sell as well as what the Respawn was hoping for. But let's blame the publisher and not the developer on that one for trying to push the release date between two other titles. And also, I mean, everybody counts pre-sales, like pre-orders. Stop doing that because people cancel those like a lot.
Oh yeah.
So let's wait till after Christmas and see how much it actually sells.
Right. And I already saw. I mean, we'll get to this later when we talk about some of the Black Friday stuff that's already been leaked. 3 weeks in advance now at this point. But Titanfall 2, if you have a BJ's membership, you're gonna be able to grab that for $34. So,
Damn.
And that's already leaked. So what does that mean? That's people are going to be looking at sales next week and be like, oh, Titanfall stopped selling, blah, blah, blah. Well, these things leak and people see it. People aren't going to go and buy it for $60 if they know they can get it for $34 in 3 weeks, Yeah,
I mean that is another problem, but maybe they want to bring people into the game, because maybe like it didn't sell as well as they thought between two other smash hits.
Well, no, I understand that. No, I totally understand that, and I understand the whole reason why developers and publishers make it for that cheap on Black Friday. But you know, I think the biggest problem about these leaks is that now people are gonna, especially with this game, people are just gonna criticize it more when it doesn't sell. But that people aren't looking at all the confounding factors, especially the fact that 34, I mean, I can just do the quick math now, like 34 divided by 60, that's like almost 50%, 57% of the regular price. You're going to be able to get it in 3 weeks. So people are going to say, okay, well, I may have Battlefield and, I have Call of Duty pre-ordered. Why go and buy Titanfall when I can get it for 56% of the price in a couple of weeks?
I think another problem with EA now is the Vault. I hate to say it, like, it's awesome for us to have it, but at the same time, like, people are getting spoiled with it.
Oh, yeah,
and
of course.
People are expecting it. Like, for example, Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2. I mean, we knew it ended up in the Vault, but I still bought it for the deluxe edition because I love the title. So, I mean, if you like a series, still buy it to support it. You don't have to wait for the Vault.
Right.
I mean, you really don't have to. Support these guys so they make another one.
Right.
And I think that was one of the reasons why with Titanfall, I mean, because the Titanfall 1, it was kind of retroactively put in there, put into the Vault. But at the same time, because EA Access had launched afterwards, and I think EA might have got a little too cocky.
Yeah.
With it as well, like, oh, we're gonna put two big shooters out there, and the market was like, eh. Like I was down with the concept. I mean, it totally screwed up Call of Duty. Like, it's a great move to have two great shooters launch right next to each other. But the problem was they should have spaced it where Battlefield came out, and then Call of Duty, and then Titanfall 2.
Right.
Because then Call of Duty comes out, screws up the premise of, spacey shooter, whatever, and then you have Titanfall 2 says, we did it right, here you go.
Right.
And you spaced it enough out from Battlefield so it wasn't getting eclipsed.
Right, and then if you do it that way too, Anchorman, you also get the people who are fed up with the shit that Call of Duty is about to feed us. Potentially. I mean, I don't know. I haven't played it, so I don't know. But, if it's, what a lot of people are expecting, especially the Infinite Warfare side, people will get fed up with it, trade it in, and grab Titanfall. And instead, it's going to be the other way around, potentially. So, I don't know. I mean, I'm getting Call of Duty, so, I mean, I'm a hypocrite. I will say that Infinite Warfare is not as exciting as Titanfall, yet is probably going to sell better, in my opinion, than Titanfall.
Yeah, it's because of COD 4 Remaster is locked behind it.
Yeah, exactly. And don't get me wrong, I'm looking forward to that, and that's probably what I'm going to play first, but we'll see. I know Assassin's eagerly awaiting for 11 o'clock Central, right?
Actually, I'm not going to start at 11. I'm going to just wake up early, grab a few monsters, and
nice.
play that.
There you go. So J Street, pretty much on cue, asks in the YouTube chat how you guys like the campaign here in Mixed Things. So let's let's get into the campaign. Anchorman, I'll let you go again first. What do you think about the campaign so far?
Now, I have not completed the campaign. I figure a little more than halfway through.
Same.
And because I take with campaigns, I don't sit there and play the whole thing all the way through immediately. I don't do that. I'll play a little bit. I'll feel like, okay, this feels like a natural close, and I'll stop here for a little bit, and then I'll go play something else or go play multiplayer, and then come back.
Mm-hmm.
That's normally how I approach, especially first-person shooters. I normally spread it out, give it some time to breathe, see how it fits.
Yeah.
And this game, it's a lot of fun as a campaign multiplayer, not multiplayer, campaign single player experience, because each mission they give you something new to work with.
Mm-hmm.
They either in most games normally either give you a new mechanic. Now, first person shooters don't normally do this. I mean, like Call of Duty, it's like, oh, you get a new gun. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
You get a new special gun to use, and you might get like, oh, you're doing stealth, quote unquote stealth for this little bit, and then you move on. And this one, I think there's 3 solid levels in succession, and I've been steadily impressed on each one. There's the first one, which is the factory, which Clowns was mentioning earlier, and that one really messed with my head because it was you're following this platform and you're watching it get built into like a demo town, and you're just watching it, and like it's moving, and it's going up, and it's being tilted, it's a little upside down, then it's sideways, and then you have to like run along sideways across the yard, and it just really messed with my head for a little bit because I was trying to like gain a sense of balance.
Mm-hmm.
It really messed with me, and I thought it was so much fun doing that because it was a nice parkour wall running exercise.
Yep.
Then the next level, Effect and Cause, with the whole time change dynamic, was great. It was enjoyable. You had to balance enemies in both the future and the past. You had to balance obstacles in the environment at the same time. It was enjoyable. It was a great time. And then right after that, the whole with the Richter boss fight area, the whole mission beforehand was enjoyable. It was a lot of fun being high up in the air and testing your skills, and especially with wall running and shooting.
Yep. I agree. I mean, I can't believe that a game like this could make. Oh wow, I got echo for some reason. I can't believe a game like this could make a single player that was so engaging and use those wall running mechanics to actually be productive. You know what I mean? Like, I can't believe that, because the wall running felt so good in Titanfall multiplayer, Titanfall 1 multiplayer. Now, you get to single player, and you're like, oh, how are they going to incorporate wall running in single player and make it feel really good? And they were able to do that. I mean, I'm only halfway through myself too, Anchorman, but it feels really good so far, and it makes me want to continue the campaign, unlike some of the past FPS campaigns that are just like, oh, this is trash, I'm going to put it away, go right back to multiplayer. Assassin, I know you've gotten through the campaign.
Yeah, at least twice already. Once on normal and once on master difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
But I personally love the campaign, except the first. What was it? Mainly the first mission. Just I guess the little spoiler. I feel like they couldn't figure out how to start the campaign a little bit. Like, they wanted you to be a pilot, but they didn't want you to start as pilot. So they're like, boom, 2 minutes in, you're a pilot all of a sudden.
Wow, spoiler.
Well, whatever. And I mean, the whole game you're a pilot, so whatever. But I wasn't a big fan of that. But after you become a pilot, and a little ways on, that relationship between BT and Cooper, or whatever his name is.
Yep.
The conversations they have are hilarious if you pick the right dialogue, and then the jumping puzzles are really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, what's cool about this game too is that the parkour has a little bit of like platforming elements to it, a little bit,
Yep.
And it's not just like a vehicle. You know what I mean? It's not like, okay, well, you have to progress through the level, and there's a big hill. I mean, there's a big hole, rather. Sorry, not hill. Hole, and I have to get over it. So, there's a few walls. Let me run on them. It's not like that. There's an area, no spoilers, there's an area about halfway through the game where you have to to get to the next area. I without spoiling, I'm trying not to spoil. You have to like climb up a bunch of like posts on a wall. And if you don't do it like in the right order, then you're probably going to be screwed. You're going to have to backtrack a little bit, and you have to play some strategy. It's not just like, A to B procedurally linear, game. So I really enjoy that aspect of it. I really think that it works, albeit, a short experience. What I've heard, right? How many hours, Assassin?
It's very short. I want to say probably 5 hours.
5, wow. Yeah, very short. But, hey, I mean, in games like this anyway, it's almost like people expect it to be a throw-in, and then you get something good, and people are able to love it. But I don't know, Taylor, are you at all interested in playing the campaign? I know you're against FPS, but there is a campaign, so.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll look into it and see if it's something that I'd want to play, because even other FPS that has main campaign, it's just I'm not interested unless it's Halo.
Gotcha. Yeah,
Well, pretend it's Halo and just start jumping all over the place.
Well, because I have, like, Halo was like one of the first games that I played on the 360. So I have like a weird sentimental tie to it.
right. No, I understand.
Well, make Titanfall 2 the number one or the first game you play on like an Xbox Scorpio. Then it'll have some sentimental feeling.
There you go. Yeah, you
You gonna buy me a Scorpio?
You know, but down the line when
There
they
you go.
become cheap.
Wow.
Oh, you mean when the next generation comes out after Scorpio?
Sure. There you go.
So, like 10 years.
Well, there you go.
Getting
Titanfall 5.
They- That's a long time from now. I don't know if I'm gonna even live that long, to be honest. Clowns, what do you think about the campaign, bud?
I think it's awesome. To be honest with you, the campaign just has so much going on for it compared to other titles that are recent. I mean, there's just your pilot's ability, every one of them is being used throughout this campaign, which is really effective. And I mean, there's so many. I don't want to spoil the campaign, but there's so many things in the campaign that are just creative and a good use of game mechanics that I haven't seen in such a long time. So, yeah, it's fantastic. I'd love to spoil it, but I can't.
Yeah, I'm trying to like talk through some of the things I'm trying to make a point about, and I'm like, can't say that because that would be a spoiler. I can't say that. I hate it, but that's what we podcast for, right? Jack Melbourne in the YouTube chat, Taylor wants to know how you liked Halo 5.
It was awesome. I tried to play through it on legendary difficulty, and I got through like 2 or 3 missions, and then I couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't get like 2 steps without dying. But I beat the whole campaign in a day because I couldn't stop myself.
Wow. All right. She played it. She played it. She's got her. She plays FPSs. People, we can get her into Titanfall. I'm convinced, Assassin. It's gonna happen.
No.
You gotta buy it for me because I'm not gonna buy it.
Maybe
Unless
I'll
the
win it or
person-
something.
Unless the next person I license transfers with gets it, I will not get it on my own.
Wow.
What happens if it's $1.01?
Probably not.
That's near ridiculous.
Wow.
All right. Is there anything else to say on Titanfall that anyone wants to get in before we switch subjects? We're going to probably.
I mean, just
Oh, go ahead.
go buy it. I mean, go buy it. You know, go buy it. That's what I'm gonna say. Go buy it. How many times can I say that? Go buy it.
Don't be
People-
peer pressured.
Buy it.
People who complain about the mechanics and stuff, who say it's not like Titanfall 1, I can't stress enough that they're wrong. Honestly. Like, I'll argue that to the death. It feels like Titanfall 1. It does not feel like... It doesn't feel more like Call of Duty than Titanfall 1. Are there a few Call of Duty-ish elements to it? Of course. There was in the first one, too.
It's the guys who made
Yeah, of course.
Modern
Yeah.
Warfare. Of course, there's going to be Call of Duty elements in it.
Right. And people who complain about a grapple hook, I don't know what to tell you. That's a really cool element. I think that's a really cool ad. I don't know the people that complain about it. I'd love to hear why you don't like it, because I've seen some complaints on Twitter recently about the friggin' grapple hook. It's like the people are looking for new things to complain about with this game because they get debunked with everything else. Like, the reviews come in saying stuff's amazing. Oh, well, they can't complain about it reviewing terribly now. So,
Just to touch on it real quick, Inferno, I want to bring it up. I think a lot of the complaints are because of the whole disc fiasco, the conspiracy theories behind the disc.
oh no,
But you know what? I mean, it was just bad PR the way it happened, because nobody knows what deal they had with Microsoft, and maybe they were trying to sell it on both systems. So Microsoft did TV ads, and they did the PlayStation discs on social media to help sell it. So I mean, it was just PR, nothing to get like really angry about, and don't pass the game up just because of that.
yeah.
I don't know. I thought the whole disc thing was just, they were just showing off a picture of a disc. It wasn't even like the official Twitter account or anything. It was just one producer saying, "Here's the first disc we got."
Yeah, and he didn't really tweet much. He was just happy that his game went gold. Like, give him a break.
It's now I have more of a. I don't want to really get it too much into this because this has been beaten to death, and I don't necessarily agree with it. But I do want to say that I have more of a problem with the promotion of the limited edition being PlayStation 4 than the thing about the disc. Did you guys happen to see that the promotion of the limited edition was the PS4 version?
No.
No.
Yeah, there was some promotion of the PS4 limited edition. When they were promoting the limited edition of the game, they were promoting the PS4 version of it. Which, I mean, who cares? You know, it's on Xbox too. Why? Nothing exclusive is. You know, what I mean, it's not like, oh, you know, PlayStation or Xbox is getting map packs like way in advance or anything like that. It's literally
Just a picture.
Which picture is being used, right? So, I don't get. I honestly don't get the immense hate from that. Can you be upset? Of course, be upset. You know, because it's, you know, some people are Xbox diehards. They're upset about that kind of thing, but don't not buy it because of that. Because it is a good game. So, anyway, anything more on Titanfall? I know we could probably talk about Titanfall for the entire show, but got a few other things we could talk about. So, Assassin, no, you good? All right. Moving on to something that Taylor desperately wanted to talk about. What we were planning on talking about. I'm sorry I didn't have it in the list earlier, because me and Clowns and Assassin have been talking about Skyrim all day, essentially. And one of Assassin's good friends was talking about it too. Probably one of the biggest Skyrim fans I know, who could talk my ear off about Skyrim. Too bad we can't. We should have like a Skyrim show just with this kid because he knows so much about it. But Skyrim Special Edition is now out, and it's $60 on console, $40 on PC. Includes all the DLC, mod support on Xbox One, mod support on PS4, albeit way less mod support on the PlayStation. And the graphics are somewhat improved, but according to Clowns, I'll let you go first on this one, bud. You don't think the graphics are that much improved?
No, I don't think the graphics are that much improved, to be honest with you. I'm a huge Skyrim fan. I love Bethesda, but I don't feel like this huge graphical improvement. I see improvements with the loading times, and I see improvements with like the frames per second, per se, from Xbox 360 to this. But other than that, I haven't really noticed that much of a difference.
Interesting. Assassin, have you started Skyrim yet, or?
I was trying to get some mods on there, like some better weather effects, you know, better looking trees, etc., but the mods aren't working for me for some stupid reason. Because like all you have to do is go to the mods, and then the whole store, you know, mods is right there, and some reason it just says nothing's available.
Did you do the load order? I'm sorry. I'm coming from the position of I played the crap out of Fallout 4 and their mods, and so the load order that you have, whenever you're loading it up, does matter. Because if you're trying to load on top of other things, some things need to be on the bottom of the list, as in there'll be the base layer and other things. So,
because you know when you hit the mods, it brings up just everything. Nothing's showing up. Like it's blank. Nothing is there whatsoever. Like just on the main menu. So in every video, because like I've been trying to get these mods to work, and they're like, oh, just go to mods, and everything's there. You just hit download, boom, bam, done. You got mods. I mean, it's more complicated than that, but the beginning step's just not working for me.
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
So, yeah.
Do they work on Fallout 4?
I don't have Fallout 4 installed.
Oh, well, then there you go.
Assassin is anti-RPG games. He doesn't like The Witcher. He doesn't like Skyrim. He liked, but it's okay to him. It's not like a diehard play title, and he can't really stand Fallout. So he's just pretty much anti-Bethesda at this point.
How can you not like Skyrim?
I love Skyrim.
Oh, okay.
Lie. It's all lies. Don't.
I almost got like all the achievements on the 360 one, like except like the DLC and maybe a few of the whatever base game, but I almost got them all. And then I played a lot of hours in ESO.
I'll give you that ESO, but that's really more ZeniMax than it is Bethesda.
No, but it's an RPG type thing. So
Well, that's sort. Yeah, I'll give that to you.
And then
I'll give you like 5
Oh,
points
geez.
on that. 5 points out of 100.
All right. Well, now that argument's over, Taylor, did you check out the remaster, the special edition? Are you interested in it?
Yeah, I bought it.
Oh, have you played it yet?
Yeah, I've been playing it since last Friday.
Oh, and your thoughts?
I like it a lot so far. I got this because I was looking for something that was kind of similar to Dragon Age because
Yeah.
I was having a lot of fun with that game, and I'm very close to the end of that. And so Skyrim was mentioned a lot, so it got remastered. So I was like, why not? I'll get it. And it's a lot of fun. Took me a while to get used to the first person instead of the third person view because Dragon Age it's third person, but it's a spaced out one. And then in
Yeah.
this one it's like you're right next to your person, and it freaked me out. I couldn't look at it a lot,
Yeah.
but I finally gotten used to first person fighting and stuff with this. But
Yeah. I mean, Skyrim is considered by a lot of people as probably one of the best RPGs ever made. So I'm glad that a youngin like yourself, Taylor, is able to get into it now and that it's been remastered. And
well, I like RPGs. RPGs are where I live.
right. So this one scratches that itch for you at least until Dishonored comes out next week.
Exactly. Dishonored comes out and then I'm gone forever. You'll never see me.
No, you
There's
know,
like 300 ways to play that game.
Inferno. I just had to do this as a journalist. I had to check Assassin's achievements in Skyrim,
Oh boy.
and he's
Oh,
at
done.
33%.
Oh, am I really?
Wow,
I gotta
Assassin,
see
way to
that.
lie on stream.
I
about
gotta
it.
see this.
525
I swear
out
I
of
put so much
1550.
hours.
Wow.
Wow.
Way to put like
Wow.
20 minutes in the game, bud.
But
20
I'll let you
minutes?
I'll let you
Bullshit.
guys know I'm 98%. I'm only missing one achievement.
Nice.
Let's see this.
So, Clouds,
Wow.
I mean, first of all, let's get to Anchorman first. Anchorman, have you played the Skyrim remaster, and are you a big Skyrim fan?
Oh, I have not played the Skyrim remaster, but yeah, I'm a Skyrim fan. I remember it almost ruined my college career. Like I remember, my freshman year of college, I was starting. I started school in 2011, and I was in college, and I had a roommate, and he was a bit promiscuous.
Okay. Yeah.
So it was like every night, like he wouldn't like. I basically couldn't go to sleep until like 2 a.m.
Gotcha.
And for me, I was the kind of person, oh, I'm going to be diligent, I'm going to be good at school and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I was very non-confrontational back my freshman year of college.
Yeah.
I was very passive aggressive about stuff. I'd put up with it, and so like he would always have someone over, or he'd be gone or something like that. It's like I wanted to go to sleep, and so one of the things was like, all right, well, I'll just play Xbox. And I got my Xbox back in actually when I turned 18 the same year. So I got my Xbox, and so it was like, oh, I got a copy of Skyrim, and so I started playing Skyrim, like between the hours of like 8 o'clock until 2, and sometimes beyond 2. And it just I played the crap out of that game. It absorbed my life for like maybe at least a month. At least a month, it absorbed my life, and that game means a lot to me. So but yeah, I have not picked up the remaster though. I'm waiting on it because I hear mixed things about it. I don't think it's worth 60 from what I'm seeing though.
I was just going to ask you because I think you're perfect from that story. I would say you're the perfect person to kind of have on this topic because I think a lot of people have already played it. I think Skyrim Remaster is not aimed at all towards people who haven't played it. Sorry, Taylor. I think it's really aimed at a lot of people who have played it and wanted mods on their Xbox on their console, and wanted to do it like the right way, not necessarily modding their systems or anything like that. Clowns, right? He's like not paying attention, but
Yeah. Hold on, I'm trying to get this proof here for Assassin.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah-
found it.
Oh,
Shush.
you did. Yeah,
I swear I put more. I put a lot of hours into that. I guess not.
But yeah, so it's really aimed towards people who have already played it. So oh my god, he's got the whole list and everything. Jeez, wow, that is evil. Fox is right in the chat. You're evil clowns.
No, but yeah, I think it is geared towards people who have played it, like you just said, because the mods. I mean, it's like the PC mods that most people on consoles didn't get to use. So here they are with the mods on the Xbox One.
Yeah, but that's
PS4,
the thing. That's the
Xbox
thing.
One.
Like they're charging $60 essentially for the same game. I mean, yeah, it's remastered. We've talked about remasters a lot in this show, but I mean, this is one that people wanted desperately is backwards compatibility, and now instead of backwards compatibility, they're gonna have to pay $60 for it just for mod support and a little bit prettier. So I don't know. I don't know if I can get on board with that as someone. I mean, I didn't play too much of Skyrim, and I definitely did not play it on the Xbox 360. I played it on PlayStation. Sorry, but yeah, I don't know. And Anchorman kind of already gave his answer, but I want to get an answer from Assassin and Clown since you guys played it on the 360 as well. I know you guys grabbed it, but do you think it's worth 60 for people who've already bought it?
Not too sure. I mean, I haven't started the game because the mod crap. But I feel like it's towards the people who either loved it or haven't played it a little bit. I mean, they know that they're going to get their $60, so that's probably why they put it there.
Yeah, but is it worth another? Is it one of those games? Because I'm definitely not an expert on this, so I don't know. But is it one of those ones that is worth another complete playthrough?
Yep.
You think? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know because
I mean, look at Maverick. Cody, our friend or whatever. He put
Skyrim's always worth another playthrough.
Yeah, he put over 1,000 hours, as he says, in the 360 version, and he says he plans on doing it again on the Xbox One.
I mean, there's so many ways you could play. I mean, you could be anything, and it's funny because I'm much more of a Fallout guy.
Yeah.
I've always enjoyed the Fallout series more than Elder Scrolls, and they both lack certain things, but they make up for it in certain areas as well. And where Skyrim is a benefit is that when you make it's not so much choice, it's more like a playful, playing options. You could be a mage, you could be a brawler, you could be a sneak, you could be an assassin, you could be so much stuff, and you could be so many different races with different benefits. It's always a different playthrough. It's always enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with Skyrim, though, is that it lacked. How do I put this? It lacked meaningful choices where you can be the leader of. What was it? Not the leader of the Empire, but you can rank up in the Empire, and you can rank your way up in the Stormcloaks, and you can be the Archmage of Winterfell? Winterfell?
Yeah.
I think it's Winterfell. But you could be so much different stuff, even things that would conflict. Like the whole point of the Thieves Guild was we don't kill anyone, but you could be the leader of the Thieves Guild, and then the leader of of the Dark Brotherhood who does kill people. Things that would conflict against each other, but you can't pick. You could be anything you want, and you could be the leader of everything. And that was one of the things that kind of hampered doing a second playthrough for me.
Yeah.
But I had 6 characters.
Right. Wow, that's insane. So Clowns. So who bought this out of you, Assassin or Clowns?
I did.
So Clowns, being obviously a diehard, you would recommend this as for 60 to anyone, even though it's not a huge graphical improvement, in your opinion.
Here's what I would say: if you're a see, this is where it splits up the category. If you're a diehard Skyrim fan and you want to play this again on Xbox One and get new achievements, or PS4 get new trophies, get it. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great game. I mean, you could sink another 1,000 hours into this game because it's epic. But if you're somebody who's plays a game once, right, and you get through the achievements like Assassin at 33%, and you're like, oh, I beat the game, I got my achievements. Don't get it again, because you're gonna be mad that you spent $60 on this instead of something else. wait for it to go on sale like in a couple months, which it will. I mean, it's definitely going to go on sale.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that sucks about this is that I really do want to get into Skyrim. I didn't play it too much on PS3, but I really want to get into it. And like this is one of the ones that I was really looking forward to in terms of remasters. And I don't want to spend $60, and it's so close to Black Friday. I was hammering people to do this for Titanfall, but I'm going to do the same for Skyrim because I know this is going to be a game that's going to be on sale. Same thing happened with ESO, so and ESO was super cheap. I'm expecting this to be like at least 40 on Black Friday, and then I'm going to grab it. But
yeah, I agree. I think you could justify it for about $45.
Yeah,
I think that's a justifiable thing with mods and all the DLC and the graphical update. Like, yeah, 45. I could see that.
yeah. No, it's not like the game doesn't have a lot of content. It definitely does, and we've talked at length about having 6 characters and multiple playthroughs and all this. But it's just like I just don't know why they would make it 60 for an audience that definitely has already played it. I think they've scared people off that really were looking forward to something like this because wasn't Skyrim, correct me if I'm wrong, but Skyrim was one of the most requested backwards compatible games on the 360 request feature, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think so. It was like at least top 10.
So then instead of giving people the game they already had, you're charging 60. That's the part that's upsetting to me. It's not preventing me from getting it, but it's just so upsetting to see that. And
they know they're gonna get their money, just
I
like
know,
at
I know.
BioShock.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I remember making a video about this topic actually, like where they're exploiting the fact that all right, the backwards compatibility list directly tells people tells companies what games we want, and instead of releasing them via backwards compatibility, like, oh, we'll just do a remaster, get $60 out of it.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, here's the thing that I'm thinking with Bethesda on this one. Maybe they didn't have time to like make the deal with Microsoft or whatnot, but how do we not know in the future they're not going to make like Oblivion backwards compatible or even Morrowind if the original OG Xbox One games become back compat?
Right.
I mean, at that point, though, most people probably want Morrowind redone or remastered, but still, I mean, they look what they did with Fallout 4 and the Fallout 3. So I mean, it's possible.
No, it's definitely possible.
I mean, I understand, but I get to understand also thing with Fallout 4 was they ported over the engine from Skyrim. They literally ported Skyrim over to Xbox One to make Fallout 4.
Right.
They use the same engine. I mean, it's the same basic stuff. I mean, they already did the work, and so it was like, all right, we already made the work for it. We were going to do this anyway, because because that was the whole point of them having the remaster.
Yeah,
they did the work anyway, and so with them, I mean, like making Skyrim backwards compatible. I still wish they would do this, like maybe in like a month or so, like after they've already took their money and used their cocaine or whatever, and say, oh yeah, we'll make it. We'll make it backwards compatible now, after we've already gotten all our money.
Right.
But at the same time, I understand why they did it because they already did all the legwork for it.
Right.
They already did the work just to get Fallout 4 going.
That's a good point.
But at the same time, I mean, I know the last versions on 360 could not handle mods.
Definitely.
And I know they're trying to push this mod initiative on consoles.
Yeah, and it's definitely a smart thing to do. The mod thing is definitely the right move. And now that these consoles are more powerful, can handle that kind of thing. People are excited about the mods thing. Look at the recommendations. If you go to review websites, people are literally making their recommendations on which console to get it for based on mods. Like I read a couple of reviews today, and they're like, well, if you have to decide between PS4 and Xbox One, you get it on the Xbox One because you're literally getting 6 times as many mods on Xbox One. And when it comes to reviewers making their recommendations based on mods and mods alone, that's pretty substantial.
That's the biggest difference, though. I mean, again, this is coming from someone who's played the crap out of Fallout 4.
Yeah, exactly.
And I've done multiple playthroughs, and I've been messing around with the mods a lot.
Right.
It's the mod community is really strong. They want people to enjoy their mods. They want people to enjoy the product they make, and they don't make any money off of it. And they just want people. They do it for the love of the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I mean, the issue is going on is like at least with PlayStation and the whole mod thing. I'm gonna be honest, the mods are just crap because it's not. And even I remember one person who said they were doing was it the Thomas the Tank Engine mod had a quote saying those aren't mods when talking about PlayStation 4 mods. It's like, because mods, you're able to change things about the game, and like you can make some nice quality of life stuff, like just making things a little bit easier on PlayStation. Like they were saying, like, okay, add a map post where you could see where all the places are based on location. Like you don't actually have to look at the sky and determine which was east and west anymore. You just says like, okay, you go to major crossroads and it says Markarth is that away.
Right.
It just points for you. And I mean, that's great. That it's a nice quality of life stuff, like little immersion mods, but you are limited by the fact that the assets have to be pulled from the game.
Right.
Like you can't add anything to the game. Like one of the big things about Fallout that I really enjoyed was new radio stations.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like people made radio stations with actual ads that someone actually did all the voice acting for, ads from the world that fits the lore.
That's
nothing
awesome.
out of character, and they did this work. It's a labor of love, and you can't experience that on PlayStation.
Yep. It's exactly. So it's not even just the quantity, it's the quality too. You know, having 10 mods, okay, well, if, people usually don't play like all 65 mods, of course, that are on the Xbox One, and people most likely won't play all 10 mods on the PS4, but if they're all 10, shit, then might as well not even have them, right? Essentially.
I mean, they're nice. They're nice little additions. I mean, like I most of the time when I play with immersion mods, things that make the experience a little bit more. Like I know what I do on at least on Fallout, I have one that lowers the textures. Like currently, because they use 2K textures for Fallout 4 for all the levels and the buildings and such. So there's a mod that actually makes them 1080p. You can lower the quality of the textures, and so the game loads faster and plays faster as well. I mean, it's great, and it runs better. But I also add another mod to it that makes the sky darker, and it's a little closer to Fallout 3, actually more like Fallout 2 in terms of the setting. It's not as bright and as cheerful, but it's all kind of dark and gloomy, and it's great. And you can change so much about the game, and it's a lot of fun. And like I basically add experiences that would fit in the world.
All right, anything else about Skyrim before we move on? Dawson, you got a little smirk on your face. Are you smiling at the chat, or are you smiling at Skyrim?
Skyrim.
Oh man.
Yeah, this chat's ridiculous tonight, huh? Jeez. Big time trolls. Anyway, yeah, Skyrim's out. Get it. $40 on PC, $60 on Xbox and PS4. But if you have to make a choice between the two, I mean, from what we've been saying, you probably already know we're recommending the Xbox One version, not only because we're mainly Xbox One people, but because the mod thing. So, Taylor, any last words on Skyrim? Are you gonna download any mods, you think?
I will, but not for a while on this playthrough because I want achievements. And when you get the mods, you don't get achievements anymore.
Right. You get the mod to allow
that is
achievements.
hard.
Yeah. But Cameron was telling me about some of the mods that sound pretty freaking cool. So I'm gonna get some of those.
Yeah, I mean, definitely check them out. I mean, you can just make an alternate save, right?
Yeah, but I don't want to go back and forth between two different saves.
Yeah, I understand.
I at least want to beat like the main storyline on this one because I know that one's not nearly as long as everything else.
Yeah.
Now, I did hear that there is a mod, and I'm not positive this is, so I don't have the game. I can't verify that they are making a mod where it will enable achievements. But
Interesting.
I don't know. I don't know if that's a scenario. I don't know if they're doing that.
That would be cool. I mean, that'd be cool if when you're selecting the mods, they like it told you, okay, these ones you can do achievements if that comes to fruition, or these ones you can't do achievements because.
Yeah.
Uh,
I wish they did that. I
that's
wish they did that a lot because, like, most of my mods don't really change the game as much as just make it a better, immersive experience.
and so yeah, because that like what Taylor just said is an incredible point because that is essentially why people don't do the mods. I mean, you get people not doing it because they want the achievement score. So, Taylor does have some super crazy fans tonight. Big time fans
funny
in the
to me.
YouTube chat. We're loving it.
I think it's funny.
Shout out to Brendan Lee 18 on the Beam chat who said hi and bye.
I saw that. Ducked in and then left. I saw that. I was
Yeah.
typing out a response to him and then he just said bye and left. So I don't know what the deal is. All right, so we got a couple more topics. I don't think we're gonna get through everything because we've already been going for an hour, but those are two awesome topics so far. Next thing I kind of want to get to is the Games of Gold versus the PlayStation Plus for the month of November. And I think not including the Xbox 360 ones because I don't think anyone's gonna really. Well, maybe not. I don't want to say that. Let's include the Xbox 360 one. So if anybody has experience with any of these games, please do tell us if they're good or bad. You got Far Cry, Blood Dragon, and Monkey Island Special Edition on Xbox 360 that are now backwards compatible. Anyone played either of those?
Yes.
Nope.
I heard Blood Dragon was good.
Oh, I hate it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I heard Blood Dragon was terrible. Clowns, you don't like it, do you?
No, it's a cult classic for some people though. Anchorman's right. Definitely a cult classic for some people. Hardcore fans out there for it, but I mean it's way too trippy, way too like neon flashy for me, and it just doesn't feel right. It feels like a crap thing they put together and you just go around shooting things.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's got the Far Cry name, but is it really even Far Cry? I mean,
It's got the mechanics behind it, like the guns and the running and stuff, but
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it had enough of a following that they put like little Easter eggs in Far Cry Primal.
Right. Oh, that's true. Yeah, Monkey Island I checked out, but on Monkey Island's essentially the same thing you've already seen on PC. So I played that on PC. It was all right. I like the Monkey Island games traditionally, but I've kind of had my go with them, and I'm probably not going to download this one for the 360, even for the for achievements. But what about the Xbox One games? What about Murdered Soul Suspect or the Super Dungeon Bros? I think it's called the official name. Anyone try either of those out?
I got murdered. Soul Suspect.
Yeah, that one's an oldie but goodie, right? I heard that one
felt
was pretty good.
I felt like it was on Games with Gold before. I don't
No.
know. It feels
on
familiar.
360, right?
Let me check real quick.
It was super cheap in a deal with Gold sale though.
Really? Yeah, I'm kind of with Anchorman on this one. I feel like it was for the 360 version. No? You guys, I don't know.
Maybe 360, but not one.
Clown's
No,
favorite game, right, is Murdered Soul Suspect, right?
I liked it. I liked it a lot. I thought it was very good. The story is really cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just looked it up, and back in July, Murdered Soul Suspect was on sale. Deals with Gold for like $374.
Wow.
Yep, that was basically free.
Yeah.
Nice. But yeah, you recommend it, Clowns?
Yeah, definitely. I recommend playing it. I mean, it does have bugs and glitches. I mean, it was like one of the earlier titles out in the system, and I kind of think they rushed it and just pushed it through. It's got some bugs that, I mean, that could break one achievement, and sometimes wall falling. But other than that, like the story is just fantastic. It blew my mind.
Mm-hmm. Anyone try out the Super Dungeon Bros at all?
I played the tutorial, then uninstalled it.
Was it really that bad? I was kind of looking forward to it. You know, a little 4-player dungeon crawling action. No.
The music seemed alright, but I don't know. Maybe it just wasn't my type of game.
Taylor, these are both.
I haven't even heard of any of these.
Really? Wow. Murder Soul Suspects, actually. I think she'd like Murder Soul Suspect Clowns, wouldn't you say?
I think so. Yeah.
You should try that one. Super Dungeon Bros. According to Assassin, probably not. um, but, albeit, you get 4 free games. You can, can't really complain about getting 4 free games. I know a lot of people like to complain about how good the games are and how bad they are certain months, but I think overall they're pretty good. I'd give it probably if I had to give it a letter grade, I'd probably give it like a B overall. Monkey Island's good, but I mean, people have already played Monkey Island, and Murder Soul Suspect is, from pretty much everybody I've heard, pretty decent. Above average, around average to above average. It's not like a terrible game, though. What about the PlayStation Plus games? Anyone have experience with that? I think Clowns, you've played Everybody's Gone to the Rapture extensively, right?
No. I think when we got the copies, I think you're the one that got Everybody's Gone to Rapture, and I got Journey, and Journey was not good at all.
Oh,
Terrible. I wanted to just die after playing that game. Yeah, so I mean, this was bad.
Everybody's
But
Gone. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Clowns.
But I mean, I heard great things about Everybody's Gone to the Rapture.
It's good. Yeah, it's good. I would recommend Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. I think. I mean, you've got to like those kind of games. You've got to like the walk and talk kind of thing. It's not one of these action-packed games. It doesn't have the mystique as like Murder Soul Suspect, for example. But the graphics are amazing. The story is very good. I would highly recommend Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. Anchorman, have you played? Oh, my bell's going off. Have you played Everybody's Gone to the Rapture at all?
Nah, man. I don't know. Like a lot of the games classified as walking simulators. I mean, I like what they do. I just don't like them, paying for them.
Right. I don't know.
I think it's kind of like ever since like that post BioShock thing, where listening to stories and piecing together something. It's like there's a whole subgenre of just doing that.
Right.
And it's cool. I just like a little more game.
Right. No, I understand. Some of them have exceptional stories, but I mean, a lot of people want to just like do more in their story, so it's not going to work out. What about the other PS Plus game? I don't know what it is. I can't remember what it is. That's how good it is. Deadly Towers of Monsters. What about that? Anyone try that out? Oh,
No.
Good. Yeah, we're PS. I swear, whoever was in the chat asking for PlayStation people, I play PlayStation, so just not enough to know anything about that, apparently. So I don't know if we can even do a fair versus since people haven't played the PlayStation Plus games, but I would say the PlayStation Plus, I would say Everyone's Gone to the Rapture is pretty good. Murder Soul Suspect on Games with Gold is very good. Is above average, I'd say. Monkey Island is above average, but people have probably already played it. So yeah, I don't know where to go with this because no one has played the PlayStation Plus games. I thought people, like Everybody's Gone to the Rapture, I figured people have played. I don't know.
I've seen someone
I
play
mean, honestly, out of this group though, I mean, Murder Soul Suspects, like, it's a pretty good game, but again, I mean, there's a reason it's really cheap, and it's not. I don't know. I would kind of give the edge to PlayStation. I'm looking at the games right now; they look a little more interesting.
Yeah.
A little more diverse, and I don't know.
Yeah, I'd probably give a slight edge to them too because Everybody's Gone to the Rapture is very good. I mean, if you don't like that genre, it's not going to be good for you. But if you do, it's excellent, I think. What about Clowns or Assassin or Taylor? What do you guys?
I fell asleep watching someone play Everyone's Gone to the Rapture.
You know what? I would say that you're lying, but I vaguely remember that.
Oh man.
I vaguely remember that.
It's so boring.
All right, next topic then. I thought you guys would feel more deeply on this, I suppose.
I'm giving it to Xbox.
Really? You like Murdered Soul Suspect that much?
Yeah, I really do. I think for its time when it came out, it was an excellent game. And everybody's gone to the Rapture. Seems like a cool game, but I don't think it will compare in story to Murdered Soul Suspect.
Yeah. All right. I was gonna do some Gwent beta stuff, but I think I'm gonna wait on that until next week because we're already running kind of late. So we'll talk about Gwent beta next week when we've all played it. So last thing we're gonna talk about tonight before we get out of here is these leaked Black Friday deals. I don't know if you guys have checked these out, but the deals that have leaked so far from like Sam's Club, Dell, BJ's, are already really, really good in my opinion for video gaming. Now, if you look at Dell, you're gonna get, if you order, you can order online obviously because there's no Dell stores really. But if you order online, 9 p.m. on Eastern on Thanksgiving, you can grab the Xbox One S Battlefield bundle with Gears of War 4 and an extra controller for $249. So that's ridiculous market value, for that price. Also, Sam's Club, you can grab either the Minecraft bundle or Battlefield bundle for $249. It comes with an extra controller. Battlefield 1, Titanfall 2 are both going to be $34 at, where's that at? That's going to be at BJ's. So if you want to grab those and you want to wait, then wait. And then...
Well,
go ahead.
Since we've posted that, there's been a few more leaks as well.
Oh, really? Tell us.
Yeah, that I'd like to just bring up real quick. Kohl's ad is 952 items, okay? And they point out that Microsoft Xbox One S 500 gigabyte Minecraft bundle plus 75 back in Kohl's cash for $249, so it's not that bad. A higher, I never heard of them, 49-inch 4K UHD TV plus 75 Kohl's cash back, $249. So you would take the $249 minus the 75 back. So that's not bad for 49 inches.
Yeah.
And then they got a PlayStation 4 500 gigabyte Uncharted 4 bundle, 75 back after $249. And CVS Black Friday ads got an Xbox Live 3-month gold membership, $9.99 after ECB rebate.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah, the deals are great. Not even mentioning the TV deals. The TV deals are looking really good too. You can get, a 55-inch HDR TV for $400 from Vizio. So does 4K, does HDR, and you're gonna be able to get it for $400. That's really cheap. What does anyone think about these deals? Have any thoughts about these? They're looking pretty good, so I'm feeling pretty optimistic on what like Best Buy and GameStop and stuff like that, Walmart's gonna offer.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. I kind of wait till day of for Black Friday. I really don't. I haven't really taken advantage of it that much before. I think the last time I did was like with when the Xbox came out.
Yeah.
In 2013. Yeah, it was the last time I bought mine on Black Friday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I think I got an extra game with it. So I think I got like Rise, Son of Rome, and Battlefield.
Nice.
And so that was the advantage I took. But I'm looking at what Microsoft's offering for everyone as a base starter deal, and they're doing the same deal. It's you get an extra game. Whatever bundle game that comes with it, you get an extra game with it.
Nice. What about the extra controller? A lot of people have been offering the extra controller. I don't even think the extra controller is that big of a value add. I'd rather have the extra game, to be honest. I mean, not a lot of people do too much couch co-op these days, so an extra controller,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not feeling the extra controller, honestly.
Yeah.
It's cool, but
people see it as value, and a lot of people that are going and shopping for these deals are like, parents looking for maybe a couple kids they have that are going to get a system. So I understand the extra controller thing, but I'd go for the extra game every day of the week. Assassin or a Taylor on these Black Friday deals.
The deals are good. I'm broke as shit. So.
Me too.
Good. You gotta, but the thing is, I think the biggest thing about this is that not even these console deals. I think the biggest thing is kind of the optimism behind how good the deals are actually going to be. Like once the Best Buys, the Walmarts, the GameStop releases theirs, because if it's already this good by the early leaks, I'm just thinking of how good it's gonna be with the later ones. You know what I mean? Like you're already getting
Yeah.
Titanfall 2
That's
and
true.
Battlefield 1 for 34, and now like you wait on Walmart. Walmart always has like insanely cheap. Target
Yeah, they'll
too.
do like an extra $50 off every console.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So then, and I'm dying to see like what games are cheap. You know, last year I got some really good deals on like Dishonored Remastered, like like FIFA, NHL, that kind of stuff was really really cheap that last year. I'm just seeing these is making me feel really really good about what's to come, because I didn't think the 1S was gonna really be bundled and sold at such a discount because I was already selling so well. But now that I'm seeing this, I'm really really pumped for it. HP North wants to know in the YouTube chat, didn't Xbox win Black Friday last year? That I don't know. Does anyone know
I
that?
think
I think they
PlayStation
did. I'm not positive. Like, I don't know. I don't think anyone like really wins Black Friday per se, because it's all just speculation. Like, I've always remembered it being like, oh, everyone take a bunch of pictures, like all the Xboxes are gone, but there's still PlayStations here,
Yeah.
or the other way around. I'm like, there's no objective like who won per se. I know like some stores will say something. Like I remember Target saying something, like, "Oh, we sold out of our Xboxes faster," or something like that. That's it.
According to Polygon, they said that PlayStation won Black Friday last year, and then Xbox won in 2014.
Okay, gotcha. All right. So, yeah, I think that's what Maddie B said in the YouTube chat as well. Won 2015, won 2014, lost 2015. With deals like this, I mean, I'm not just trying to be an Xbox One honk, but the Uncharted 4 deal that was posted as well, $249 for the Xbox for the PlayStation 4 Slim, and Uncharted 4. I mean, to me, that's not as good of a deal as getting Battlefield and Gears 4 and an extra controller with my 1S. I mean, it's not even close. So I feel like these deals are centered around attracting people who aren't diehards like us, So I think the more value, the better. Like you got to add the more things, and I feel like this PlayStation bundle is just not. It's just not doing it. Not doing it for me. I'm interested to see if there's going to be any PS4 Pro stuff. Probably not, since that's coming out so soon. But
There might be. Take off like $50 or
yeah, like Anchorman
put
said,
it in a
Target.
game.
Yeah. Yeah, true. I don't know. I think the whole reason I kind of want to bring this up is because the leaks have already started, and the optimism should be very, very high, because you're getting so much. If you don't have it, of course, all of us have these things, and we're like, wow, why do we buy it now, right? Because we feel like shitty early adopters at this point. But, Fonzie, gonna buy a new TV?
Well, that one at Kohl's for $249 is not bad for an entry 4K TV.
Yeah, it's definitely
With
not.
75 back, and then use that 75 to pick up the Xbox bundle right after that. Get another 75 back.
Nice.
So I mean, it's you could stack stuff like that. It'd be kind of cool. So yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about it.
Dassin, are you getting jealous because we're talking about buying stuff?
Yeah. I'm level less like I want a 4K TV, new computer, Xbox One S, maybe some movies. And I'm like broke.
Anchorman, do you have a 1S, don't you?
Oh, not yet. Maybe tomorrow.
Wow.
I'm waiting for this deal to get that extra game.
Wow.
Yeah, I was gonna get the 1 terabyte model.
Yeah, that's what I got. I got the Madden bundle.
Yeah,
I'm kinda
I
regretting it
wasn't
now.
really digging Madden, so I'm probably gonna pick up either the Battlefield or the regular one.
Nice.
And it's like I'm just debating about like, do I want a green console? Do I really want a green console?
If you get it, you'd probably be the only one that I know that has one, so I'd be
I
interested
know
to
that's
see
what I'm
it
thinking
really
about. I'm
looks
like, damn. Like, I know I like having a green accessories and stuff, but I just don't like that controller.
Yeah. No, I understand. I like the blue one. But isn't it Blue Assassin, or is it what is it? The one that comes, the Battlefield
weird.
one.
Yeah, it's a
Gray.
weird one.
Like really, I love that gray.
Like a slate blue kind
Slate
of thing.
blue, grayish. Yeah. That one looks sexy. Right, Assassin? I'm saying this
come
because
on.
he really wants that one. Assassin, I think, what did you say on Twitter about getting that one? You were like, oh, I'd do anything for that Xbox Battlefield 1
Yeah.
bundle.
Yeah.
What's your, before we get out of here, I do want to find out your take on like the Gears Ultimate Edition bundle. What do you think about consoles that look like that? Like extreme limited edition looking consoles, Anchorman? Like the one we
Go
saw.
for it, man.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's the thing that's been pissing me off the most about Microsoft is that they have all these great limited edition stuff, but it's like only giveaway. And it's like, if you sold this, like the Hitbox back in 2015, where
Yeah,
they
yeah.
the one giveaway Xbox One, like, why did you not sell this?
Hmm?
You would have sold. You had the marketing rights. You had every reason. You're even selling a Fallout 4 bundle. Why did you not sell a console with this? It looked amazing. It looked just like a Pip-Boy. Like, I would have bought that.
Yeah. Yep.
And it was one of those things, like, why did you not do this? Like, it was such a wasted opportunity. And I mean, anytime you have the option to go do it, do it. Like, if you're going to go through the process of, like, making these high-end, like, really cool, intricate-looking custom consoles, make them. Like, sell them. People will buy them.
It really makes me wonder if the cost is really so high that they can't do it. Like, what is the only thing I can imagine for them not to do it is the cost. But how much cost is there involved with like a paint job? I
I
don't.
don't even know.
Yeah.
I assume maybe an extra $20, I guess, because it's just paint, and I guess you have to program a different sound
Yeah.
for like some of the buttons.
Right. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, the different sounds and stuff. The Forza one with the revving engine and all that. Yeah, that was good.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Assassin, what are you doing over there?
What?
I feel like you have something to say. Do you have anything to say?
No.
All right.
Looking at the chat.
I
Yeah.
wasn't looking at the chat. Now I am. You guys are talking about Walking Dead spoilers.
Yeah.
Because I said Negan.
Oh, okay.
Seriously. Spoiling.
I said that he swore. In the
Wow.
comics, he says the F word like at least
Wow.
twice a sentence. That's the
Wow.
comic.
Wow,
You can't say it on
wow,
TV.
wow. You're right.
Yeah. Well. All right. I think that's gonna do it for us this week since we're already at like an hour and 20 something minutes. We'll talk about Gwent next week because that is still ongoing, currently in closed beta. If you have an invite, don't want to miss next week because we want to hear from you about whether you guys like the Gwent beta or not. Because there are a lot of differences, right, clowns, between the Gwent like standalone game and the one that you play in The Witcher. There's a ton of shit that's different.
Well, I mean, so far the what do you call it? The concept is similar, but I think the cards are a little bit different. And
Yeah.
in the game, when you win, you get a card and stuff. In this, it's like way different.
Right. Yeah, so we'll get into that next week. But for this week, that is a wrap. I know the Titanfall stuff and Skyrim stuff took most of the time, but that's probably the biggest news this week anyway. And we had the perfect man to talk about Titanfall here this week. Thank you, Anchorman, for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thanks for inviting me.
Absolutely. And if you missed the beginning of the show, you want to check out the Inner Circle, ticgn.com, right, Anchorman?
Mm-hmm. That's right. ticgn.com.
So check that out. That's the Inner Circle podcast, the Multiverse podcast, the Inner Circle gaming network that Anchorman is a part of and is the creative director for. So definitely want to go check that out because it's really good content, especially if you're an Xbox fan. Yeah, but for that, I think that'll do it for episode 110. Thank you guys for dropping by. Peace out.
Bye.